What's up, guys? I am gonna do some notes here. I am actually working on this right now. It's Tarot Psychology Handbook for the Jungian Tarot. So there's this, and there's another book, and then there's another. Robert Wang, who is the author of this book, also has another kind of like a philosophy book that I'll probably do after this. But I'm going to try and work through this here today. We'll see if we can get through it. It took me a long time. Even for the first like 3 pages, I started working on it without doing the video. And then I was like, well, we'll just do the ghost talker as we're typing it all in and going through it, and see if any of it makes sense. So I'm gonna first start by, I have this sheet of notes from the stuff that I did on the intro. I think it ends on page 13, and then we'll continue from there into it. So let me get this stuff going here. I'll just kind of like read the words as I'm putting them on here for the first couple pages for stuff that was important, or at least I thought it was. Introduction. So the first cliff note I had on here. Come on. 12. So Jung. Jung was a philosopher, if you guys don't know. He studied with Freud and was very interested in
my lungs.
Kind of the subconscious, the psychosocial stuff that Freud was interested in. Jung was also very interested in that, and then kind of tying everything to kind of like a Spinoza as well, where there is like there's a nature to the universe for how it forms, and everything is connected and interwoven to the very nature of what the universe is, which what we're finding now is an energy interaction, more so even than matter. But those are the current fields of study right now. So we're not gonna go down that on this video. We'll maybe do a future video with that. If you guys want to see that, I want to do one on time too, because I think time is a really fun topic to kind of talk about. So those will be some stuff that we're working on for the future. But hopefully this one, it doesn't take a super long time. But I'll maybe do a raw footage one, and then I might do like a cliff note video. So if you guys want to see as I do the workup of everything and kind of watch through the process of that, because you want to learn yourself, you can. And then I'll do kind of like a cliff note just about talking about the books that I read, and kind of just important stuff that I saw in the book that I will have pages and stuff for, that if you guys are reading it, and people can add more too. I mean, if there's something someone else catches and they think we should add something, I'm more than happy to put that in the notes if it's something that people feel is important. So let's get started. Tarot Psychology. This is gonna be fun. I've never done cards my entire life, 33 years. It's always been like intuition. Even the Spirit Talker app is brand new. It's never been like auditory stuff coming out. It's always been kind of like an internal connection that I felt. So we'll see if they want to talk here tonight. So just get back to. All right, let's do it. So Jung.
Please hear my voice.
Jung called enlightenment individuation. So I haven't researched into the individuation teaching of Jung. I haven't seen a lot of stuff out there. There's a lot more of like broad brushstroke stuff. But if I'll look for a video after we get done with this, and if there is one out there, I'll try and see if I can attach that link to the video so you guys can see kind of where he's coming from. So, individuation. One light. The tree. Oh, true. But broad brushstrokes, I would say. So here's the definition. It's the true nature of life and death being understood. That's from page 11. Next one was Jung emphasized reality of psychic life. And he proposed all human consciousness is connected through page 11. Are you guys playing? Before I started this video, I was just sitting outside and having a clove and meditating, and what came across was be careful what you wish for. And it's funny because what I wish for was a way of bringing back the old God and giving people like a sign that that God is real. That's what I really wish. So I'm hoping between all of this different stuff and as we dive into these books and stuff, it helps at least some people as we go. But the Bible says not to be afraid. So even when things come that are like there's a bad man here or something like that, we're taught to not be afraid of that. So I think we're gonna reset this here real quick. Because it's nighttime. How do I reset it? All I have to do is power this off. Back up. And bada bing, bada boom.
We like to be left alone.
Oh, you like to be left alone? Then why are you by me? I'm not coming by you, I'm in my house. Sit in my energy.
Dancing.
You can't just sit in my energy, though. You can be left alone.
It watches from the dark.
You guys are being quiet right now. Jung believed, not a capital B, believed something called cultural imprints. This is images and ideas built by the thoughts of mankind. From history, which is parentheses archetypes, occurring through history.
Go deeper.
Yeah, I know there's more notes there. Hold on, I'll put those there. Oh, I accidentally went to the next bullet. In a way, this is what I believe in Buddhism. Angelic and demonic energy expressing themselves in the human's life as they self-actualize. In their consciousness, their conscious actions and thoughts. And that was from page 11 as well. All right, we're getting there. Approach. Jung, are we approaching something? Believed everything is based on opposites. Opposites, yes, but more of like a dualistic nature of opposites, that they interact and there is an on and an off, if you will, for each circuit as it goes through each checkpoint. Christopher. In my opinion.
Walker.
Christopher Walker? Wait, what? Is he here? That's a very specific name. Very specific. In my opinion, alright, here we go. I'll wait for you guys to respond in your own time. In my opinion, where were we? This is the nature of the universe.
Nose ring.
We'll add a little bit on here. In my terminology, I call this benevolent entropy. The inverse in the dualistic nature would be malevolent entropy. Nose ring. let's see. Oh, this is nature of the universe. I have to put in here as well.
Frank.
Individuality. 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 Oh, we got it all over there. I'll be reading from the book after we get caught up on the notes here. So I know this beginning is a little bit, so I might put a timestamp on here for where we start with like the new stuff that I'm adding, and then I'll also provide the notes in the description of the video. I'll put the Google Doc for the notes for each of these. So, oh, there's more up here.
Breaking wheel.
We're breaking the wheel, bro. Breaking the wheel of time. We put all that on there? We can put that on here, I guess. Life is an expression. Of the divine, masculine, and divine, feminine. Working in tandem to expose, I don't know if that's the right word, to enact. I think that's better. The bunny rabbits running outside thumping. We have a family of rabbits that moved in to expose our nature. Better. Enact our nature. Alright. Done. And that was page.
Lock.
What page was that? Lock and key. That was page 11 as well, I think. Page 12. This reintegration of our own opposites allows us to return to a place of pristine, quote unquote, spiritual, not religious, state.
Blonde hair.
My eyes are tripping out. Edit. Oh, enlighten might. What's up with that? Why did it autocorrect that to enlightenment of might? There we go. Weird. Okay. Not religious state. Which makes sense. Jungian cards were made for
Effort.
personal use as well as interaction between a psychotherapist and patient. The tarot deck is offered as an alternative to psychoanalytic tools like a Rorschach test. SCH-ACH. Approach these cards with a willing suspension of disbelief and try to psychoanalyze ways
I need to make peace.
the card or cards. You need to make peace? We can pray for you quick. Amen. The card or cards relate to your conscious and subconscious personality. I put in parentheses, music is subconscious, dance, art, expression, interacts with this subconscious. Okay, that was on page. We put pages on the last couple ones. I'm going to have to edit that back in after.
My name is Rose.
Hi, Rose. Page 13. And then the next note is if you can be analytic minded, tarot offers more detailed archetypes than any other symbolic pantheon. That was on page 13. Uh-oh. Give me 1 second, guys.
We're hiding here.
Hiding here? You guys aren't talking a ton. You were talking a bunch before I started working on the tarot psychology. Alright. Let's do, here we go. Coming into page 13. Jungian tarot is not mythological. So, of course, the Jungian tarot is not intended to foster belief in mythological, occult, or religious system. To use these cards effectively, one needed not espouse any program of ideas, not even the essential...
The living.
The living. Not even the essential Jungian postulate of archetypes of the collective unconscious. The core method here is very pragmatic. One need only approach these cards with a willing suspension of disbelief, and then draw personal conclusions about the results of their use under given circumstances. Those who are analytically inclined and who are open to the premise that tarot offers a more detailed and precise configuration of archetypical interactions than any other symbolic pantheon, believed by applying tarot patterns to mythology and to fairy tales, such as those collected by the Brothers Grimm in the mid-19th century. Wicked Witch may, for example, be considered to be the destructive aspect of the mother, shown as the moon, the wise old man, the grandfather as teacher, may be viewed as an aspect of spirit, which is the hermit, and the handsome prince, the experienced gathering sun, may be called the magician and the lover. The recurrence of such figures in fairy tales and the extent to which their familiar interactions are consistent with those of the tarot figures leads one to the inescapable conclusion that tarot cards in fairy tales refer to identical activities of the archetypes of the collective unconscious. This relationship between the personalities found in tarot and in the folk legend is considered in some detail in another companion book to the cards. The Jungian tarot, an iconological study in cross-cultural archetypical imagery. Burn, because I made it through that word. Didn't stumble on that one super hard. In some more practical terms, meditation on the 22 tarot keys showing various aspects of male and female leads to an objective overview of the human condition. Okay, so we're going to put that on here. Gabriel, what's up, my man? My archangel homie. You're at nighttime, buddy. Alright, next one. That was on page 14 now. We're making headway. It took me like an hour to make it through the first 3 pages, but I was also reading very slow because I was making sure I was writing the right words. So we're going to put, what's it? Meditation on the 22 tarot keys. Showing, we're just going to leave it as that. We'll leave that in there. Tarot keys showing various aspects of male and female. Leads to
green eyes.
Objective. Are my eyes green today? It's green or blue, depending on my mood. They look blue. Maybe they're green. I can't tell. Various aspects leads to an objective overview of the human condition.
Stabbed.
It's on page 14. Okay. The court cards, kings, queens, princes, and princesses, represent types of personalities. The behavior and activities of these personalities is shown by the minor cards, ace through 10, what Jung called archetypes of the transformation. So the ace through the 10 are archetypes of the transformation, and the kings, queens, princes, and princesses. So we're going to put this in here in maybe a little bit different way. So Jung viewed the ace through
alone.
Of transformation. Are you guys mad at someone messing with me? Is that why you're saying that?
Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you. Leave me alone to nice to meet you. That's a nice chick I like to see. That's the stuff you like to see. What June called archetypes of transformation, meaning potential or actual situations and events. Together, the court and minor cards promote understanding of the ways in which we deal subjectively with different people and life experiences. So, the court cards. Wait, but it's both of them? The court
I died
cards?
right here.
Like in this house? Court cards, kings, queens, princes, and princesses, represent types of personalities. The behavior and activities of these personalities is shown by the minor cards. So, types of personalities and archetypes of transformation. June filled the court cards. So, king, queen, prince, princesses.
Was it?
Opposite. You think it's opposite of that? Can you clarify that? What I know, we'll see if this maybe prompts something. What I know from how tarot is read currently is the king and queen of cups. The king is the masculine, the queen is the feminine.
Cabin.
Cabin. That does not answer my question at all. So you have the king and queen of like cups, for instance. In this regard, I don't know what the prince and princesses are. Maybe that's like the fool and stuff like that. Would be those cards. Or like transformation. I think that's another one in there.
Sculpture.
I've never like become super familiar with the cards. This is like something very new for me. So I'm not gonna be the best resource for this. It's interesting that opposite came out. Court cards as
From ancient times.
you're from ancient times and you're telling me it's opposite? gives personalities. I suppose that makes sense. Because they're more of like a. When you're going through. Now that I'm kind of thinking about the cards and like how they work, like the. I would agree more with what the book says than what the Spirit Talker just said. Because the ace through the 10, aces are good. I mean, they're one, but technically, but it's like snake eyes, I guess, is the best way to put it. But they'll tell a story of like where you're
I threw
at,
something.
where you're at in the stage of the process of like personal growth is, to my understanding, how it works. You threw something. There's a bug going across my mirror now. So yeah, we're gonna put that down. So the kings, queens, and princesses are the personalities, and the ace through 10 are archetypes of transformation. Yeah, I like that. Alright. Meaning potential or actual situations and events. Together, the court and minor cards promote understanding of the ways in which we deal subjectively with different people and life experiences. Aspects of self are also symbolized by a mandala
Participate.
at the base of each tarot key. The mandala, a magic circle used
My
as
family
an
is here.
aid to contemplation in the East, is a more graphic way of suggesting the energies of many archetypes connected to each card. Attribution of meanings to the cards. The Jungian tarot is a very flexible device which can be used with any system. There are no captions on the cards, either to distract in meditation or to impose a specific sequential order. Readers are free to apply whatever interpretation programs they may consider appropriate. However, those who choose to accept the so-called traditional interpretations should be aware that these ideas are not only of recent origin, but are frequently quite arbitrary. 19th century esoteric fraternities did develop creative and still acceptable attributions
14.
of major arcana, but often eccentric patterns of interpretation for the minor cards must be reconsidered.
Dark entity here.
14. That's okay. They come and go. Earth 14. Dark entity here. Yo, what's up, little bug? Are you dancing on my page? You look like you are. In an attempt to make tarot studies more consistent with other aspects of Western mystery tradition, this book proposes a complete revision
Her
of
voice.
attributions to the court and minor cards. Meanings are based on an outline so simple that anyone who has studied astrology will know the value of the card immediately. The way by which such interpretations have been derived is explained in the section Rationale for the Assignment of Attributions. A scheme based upon astrology and upon Hermetic Kabbalistic philosophy offers a very workable and efficient set of values for the cards. Such meanings have been developed over at least 3,000 years. Tarot obviously has no such ancient tradition of interpretation. Is that true if you're from ancient times? Is that true? There's no ancient tradition? Is that why you said opposite? Page 121 begins an outline of a self-study course applying Jungian methods of active imagination, which requires a significant commitment of time and effort, but results appear faster and are more profound than with most other Western systems of meditation, because everything
Eugene.
relates to the solving of real-life problems. There is far less possibility of escapism in this method than there is with other systems claiming to encourage direct encounter with one's own inner self. Readers are encouraged to quickly pursue the following descriptive text on the 78 cards and to then turn to the section describing a 34-week program of self-examination with the cards. If you guys get this book, you can do that, but... So it looks like now these are going to be all the cards themselves along with the interpretation
William.
for what they kind of have for them. So I'm going to quick pause the video right here. I'm going to go get something to eat here quick. It's getting a little bit later. It's, almost 2. So we might come back tomorrow, but I may be back tonight to do a little bit more, and we'll go from there. So I'll see you guys in just a couple minutes.